Hey there, island dreamers, locals, and anyone craving a slice of paradise. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time, to the Fun and Key West podcast, where the vibe is always laid back, the stories are salty, and the drinks, well, they're definitely frozen. I'm your host, Michelle O'Connor, your unofficial tour guide to the Conquered Republic. Whether you're planning your first trip, your fifth trip, or you're just daydreaming about trading the cubicle for the ocean breeze, you are in the right place. Here's the deal. This podcast is your insider's guide to all things Key West. We're talking where to eat, hello, conch fritters and key lime pie, where to drink, spoiler alert, there will be rum, where to stay, and all the quirky, wonderful things that make Key West the one-of-a-kind paradise we all love. Plus, we'll keep you up to date on the latest happenings, festivals, events, maybe even the occasional Hemingway lookalike sighting. And just to keep things spicy, we'll be bringing on some amazing guests now and then, locals, business owners, and people who know the island like the back of their sandy hand. So grab your flip-flops, pour yourself a cold one, and let's escape to the island state of mind together, whether you're tuning in from your hammock or your commute, while wishing it was a hammock. We've got all the Key West goodness coming your way. Thanks for being here. It's going to be a lot of fun in Key West. Let's dive in. Welcome to another episode of Thirsty Thursday. I'm Michelle with Fun in Key West, and today we're diving into the frosty, flavorful world of frozen drinks. Whether you are a fan of classic pina coladas, adventurous bourbon-spiked lemonades, or dessert-like frozen Irish coffees, this episode is your ultimate guide to sipping your way through Key West. So grab your favorite drink, kick back, and let's wander down Duval Street and beyond to discover the best frozen concoctions this island paradise has to offer. Trust me, you're going to want to try them all. Let's get started.
Welcome to Fun in Key West, where every day feels like a mini fest. Grab a drink, take it slow. We'll show you where the locals go. Food, fun, and stories to tell. Hidden gems you know so well. Your Key West experts here to say it's fun in Key West every day.
Welcome to another episode of Thirsty Thursday. I am Michelle with Fun in Key West, and I am so glad that you are joining me. Today, we are talking all about frozen drinks. I know. It's something that we all think about when we are in Key West or any tropical location. You've got your standards. You have pina coladas, you have frozen margaritas, you have daiquiris. But I think here's the neat thing that I want to have you experience. Let's try some new frozen drinks or revisit those favorite places that you have in Key West and check out something new on the menu. So let me set the scene. You're walking down Duval, even though I tell you all the time there's so much more fun and things to do off of Duval. But you're wandering down Duval and you pass somebody coming by you with a frozen drink. It's this wonderful neon colored or fun color. It's festive, it's tropic, and you go, oh, I want one of those. I need one of those, right? Isn't that how that works? So there are, I think, 3 unique places in Key West to grab a frozen drink. And this one tops the list for you guys every time I talk about this. This is the one that everybody in the community just goes, hey, this is my place. That's Flying Monkeys. Right there, right across from the Bull and Whistle next to Fogarty's Mansion. It's a perfect location. You step there and you walk in, and it's not even like a place you walk into. There's a bar there. It's open aired. You can sit there or you can just grab one to go. But they have the full wall of the spinning machines that make these wonderful concoctions. And as I always say, if you are watching me live, please stop and say hello, put a comment in, and so I can do a shout out. But back to Flying Monkeys. Flying Monkeys has this experience that you can wander through and really be almost playful. You don't have to sit in this is what you have to order. They have things up on the menu, pre-mixed things that you can try, or you can play with different flavors and try different concoctions. They have a to-go cup, and they also have a refillable squeezy cup. So you can grab your cup and wander down the street. But let's look at some of the things that are on their menu. They have a flying monkey, which is basically a howler and a ruby roo. And you're like, Michelle, what is that? A howler and a ruby roo. So a howler is basically lemonade, spiked lemonade, and a ruby roo is basically raspberry with bourbon. Can you imagine a raspberry bourbon spiked lemonade? Yes, please. So that is what you see there. And Andrea is saying hello. Hi, Andrea. Thank you so much for being here. And one that I always think of that reminds me of dessert is the Flying Monkey White Russian. So this one is coffee liqueur, vodka, and vanilla ice cream all swirled together. Now, I'm one of these people who, when it's really, really hot out, you want to, ice cream may not set real well, but in the evening, I think it makes for a wonderful dessert. And Andrea is saying that she loves flying monkeys. I like it too. So you can, if you're not wanting to explore too far off your familiar, they do have strawberry margaritas and strawberry daiquiris and the pina coladas and the margaritas. And if you're not into wanting to have anything that has a kick and alcohol in it, they do offer a non-alcoholic slushy called a monkey slush, which is basically blue raspberry lemonade. So let me know your favorite drink and your go-to drink when you go into Flying Monkeys, because I would love to know. Let's go on further down. Duval, I know I'm not taking you off Duval, but I will here in a minute. But further on down Duval, you have Fat Tuesday. I know. It's a chain. But Fat Tuesday embodies what a daiquiri is. A lot of times we have grown accustomed to what bars have told us that a daiquiri is, but the daiquiri, from what I understand, and if I'm wrong, please let me know, originated in New Orleans. And these daiquiri machines and this daiquiri culture is very much part of the New Orleans scene. And Fat Tuesday started in New Orleans in about, I think, 1984 or so. And now they have got 90 locations all over. But again, you can walk in and there's this full wall of daiquiris that you can choose from. A little bit flavor difference than Flying Monkey. So let me know what difference ones you like over at Fat Tuesday. But you have your standard fare. You have they have 190 octane on them. You have strawberry flavors and electric lemonade. You have a Cat 5 Hurricane. So they have a different flavor vibe. You can also grab food over there, and they have live music so you can dance off some of those frozen drinks that you're enjoying. Of course, one of my favorites that I always send people to, and this will be off of Duval, is over to Mary Ellen's. Now, Mary Ellen's offers a dive bar vibe. You go in and it's got a wall full of beer can collection. You have the TVs up. You can go in and catch your game. You can watch all kinds of things. You can go in and they have grilled cheese and tomato soup that you can get and a lot of comfort food. But they offer unique happy hour options. It's a really fun place. They have vibrator races during the week for charity purposes. They do all kinds of really fun things. But my go-to and my favorite frozen drink on the island is their frozen Irish coffee. So you're thinking whiskey and coffee and Oreo cookies crumbled up on top. I'm telling you, this is my cult favorite. This is the one that I absolutely love. You've got coffee liqueur, you've got frozen magic, and those crushed cookies on top just make it a dessert in a cup. I think that's a place that you can really go and enjoy. And Andrea is saying that she has the pina colada is her go-to, and that she has a few of the refillables. So that's pretty cool. I think all of us have a refillable, a couple of those refillables and a couple cups from a couple of these places, right? There are honorable mentions all across the island, and we could go through and list them out. But if frozen drinks aren't your thing, don't worry. I'm telling you, there's over 300 bars and restaurants in Key West, and you're going to find your favorite and your place to go. You've got Bloody Marys, make your own Bloody Marys and Bloody Mary bars. You have the Green Parrot. There is no frozen drinks over in the Green Parrot, those are going to be your standard fare. But I think there are harkens back to the culture of Key West. The frozen drinks and all of these cocktails didn't just miraculously come into Key West. Key West has a history spanning all the way back to Prohibition. If you go down to the Speakeasy Inn, and you've got the rum bar there, that is a place that harkens back to the speakeasy time, and you can see it in the architecture there at the speakeasy, and of course it's named the Speakeasy. You have history connects us to the cocktails in Key West. You have Ernest Hemingway, of course, was over at Sloppy Joe's, and then before they moved from Captain Tony's. But there's so much fun to have these frozen drinks. And oh, Andrea, I forgot about that. I'm so glad. Better Than Sex restaurant offers some really fun cocktails and desserts. They serve only dessert, and I highly recommend if you're in town to celebrate something. And I'm telling you, if you're just celebrating that you got up that morning, that is something to celebrate. Head over to Better Than Sex, get a reservation. They have some adult themed titled desserts, but their drinks are amazing. They do a Moscato over there. I think they still do. That the wine glasses are rimmed in chocolate, and they do that with the beers. So they partner the flavor of the wine or the beer with the chocolate rimmed glass. I'm telling you, that is heaven in a glass, right? So I started off talking about unique places for frozen drinks in Key West, and I ended up in a dessert spiral. So that's just the way Key West is. You start off wandering down Duval Street, and then you end up having spent the entire day listening to music, enjoying great food and cocktails, and then you get to do it all over again the next day. But keep in mind, you can do more than just wander Duval. There are other wonderful things to do in Key West, and I always encourage you to do that. Head over to FunInKeyWest.com, and you're going to go over there. You're going to grab our guides on where to eat, where to drink, where to stay, things to do. Head out on the water, do things with fishing, or go out on a sunset sail. There's so much things to do, and you're going to explore all of that and all those guides over on FunInKeyWest.com. But while you're there, I want you to also check out our book club. We are having so much fun. We just announced the March book, and some of our community over there has already told me they finished the book and how much they love it. So I want you to head over there and be sure to check that out as well and join in on the fun on our book club. Because what would go better with a book about Key West, set in Key West, or related to Key West than a frozen drink? So if you can't make it to Key West, grab yourself a book off of our book club list and make yourself a frozen cocktail and enjoy it at home. That's what we talk about, being able to recreate that magic of Key West at home when you can't be there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for just being part of this community. I am always so grateful that you are here. And as always, I want you to have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Thirsty Thursday. And let me know down in the comments your favorite cocktail, be it frozen or not, and where you get it at. And if you have a favorite place in Key West, what's your go-to order? Would love to know that. You guys have a great one. We're going to head out with a little tail end of our theme song. Have a great one. Thanks for joining me on this frosty adventure through Key West's frozen drink scene. I hope you're feeling inspired to try something new or revisit your favorite spots. Don't forget to check out FunInKeyWest.com for guides on where to eat, drink, and explore. Plus, our book club for the perfect Key West inspired reads. And hey, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment or message me with your favorite frozen drink or go-to Key West spot. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay cool, sip something delicious, and enjoy the magic of Key West wherever you are. Cheers and have a fabulous day.